BTR-50, originally designed in the 1950s as a tracked amphibious APC armored personnel carrier, has long since been retired by most modern armies. The BTR-50 is a tracked, amphibious APC first introduced into Soviet service in the early 1950s. Based on the hull of the PT-76 amphibious light tank, the BTR-50 was designed to transport infantry in a variety of combat environments, including amphibious assaults, urban warfare, and forested terrain. Its relatively simple, yet effective design allowed it to operate in diverse conditions, although by today's standards, it lacks many of the modern features found in newer armored vehicles, such as advanced armor protection and modern communication systems. A 240 horsepower diesel engine powers the vehicle and can reach up to 45 kilometers per hour, 28 miles per hour, on roads, with an operational range of around 500 kilometers, 310 miles. Depending on the configuration, the BTR-50 is armed with a 14.5 mm KPVT heavy machine gun or a 7.62 mm BK. Its primary role was transporting soldiers to and from the battlefield while providing limited protection against small arms fire and shrapnel. Despite being largely phased out of service by most former Soviet states, the BTR-50 still remains in use with some reserve units, particularly in regions where more advanced platforms are unavailable or unaffordable. The images that emerged recently show Russian forces making modifications to the BTR-50 in an attempt to improve its survivability against modern threats on the battlefield, particularly the rising danger posed by drones and anti-tank guided missiles, ATGMs. One of the most noticeable modifications is the addition of wire cage armor around the hull of the vehicle. The BTR-50 is a Soviet-era armored personnel carrier that first entered service in the late 1950s. Originally designed to transport infantry under fire, it has since been adapted for various roles and remains in use by some armed forces today. The BTR-50 is based on the chassis of the Soviet PT-76 amphibious tank and shares many of its design characteristics. It is a fully tracked vehicle with a distinctive, boxy appearance, designed to withstand small arms fire and shrapnel, though its armor is relatively thin by modern standards. The BTR-50 was primarily produced in two main variants, the basic BTR-50P and the command version, BTR-50PU. The BTR-50P is the standard troop transport model, capable of carrying up to 20 soldiers in addition to its crew of 2. The rear compartment is equipped with a large rear ramp, allowing rapid disembarkation of troops in combat. The BTR-50PU, on the other hand, is a command version of the vehicle. It retains the same general layout but is equipped with additional communication equipment and space for command staff. This version is designed to be used as a mobile command post in the field, allowing officers to coordinate operations while maintaining some degree of protection. The BTR-50PU typically lacks the larger weaponry seen on combat-focused variants, as its primary role is communications and coordination rather than direct combat engagement. In addition to the basic configurations, the BTR-50 has been adapted over the years with various modifications and specialized equipment. One of the key updates has been the integration of heavier weaponry for increased firepower. Some units have been modified to mount anti-aircraft guns, such as the ZU-23-2, a 23mm dual-barrel autocannon, offering a greater ability to defend against low-flying aircraft or even engage lightly armored ground targets. These modifications allow the BTR-50 to take on more diverse roles, from air defense to light anti-vehicle support. Another notable adaptation of the BTR-50 involves its amphibious capabilities. Like its PT-76 predecessor, the BTR-50 can traverse water, which gives it a unique advantage in river crossings or coastal operations. While its performance in water is relatively slow and cumbersome compared to modern amphibious vehicles, it remains a valuable asset in certain geographical regions, particularly where rivers or water barriers may impede ground movement. The vehicle has also been retrofitted with various forms of protection over time, especially in response to modern threats. One such modification includes the installation of improvised protection systems to guard against drone strikes and other aerial threats. Known colloquially as barbecues, these protective shields are designed to reduce the effectiveness of drones that might target the vehicle's vulnerable spots, particularly its engine and crew compartment. Throughout its service life, the BTR-50 has seen deployment in various conflict zones around the world, although its use has diminished in favor of more modern armored vehicles. However, some countries, particularly in the former Soviet sphere, have continued to rely on the BTR-50 in certain capacities. The vehicle's most recent deployment has been seen in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, where older models have been brought back into service, often modified with contemporary equipment to extend their operational lifespan. These reintroduced BTR-50s have become symbols of the Russian military's reliance on outdated equipment amid ongoing resource shortages. The introduction of BTR-50s in modern conflict has raised questions about the Russian military's ability to equip its forces with more advanced technology, as these older vehicles are increasingly vulnerable to modern anti-tank weapons, drones, and airstrikes. Despite these limitations, the BTR-50's versatility in its earlier years and its ability to be adapted for various roles have ensured its place in military history. Whether used for transporting troops, serving as a mobile command post, or being fitted with anti-aircraft guns, the BTR-50 has proven to be a durable and adaptable vehicle, though its outdated design shows the need for replacement in modern combat environments. As conflicts around the world continue to evolve, it remains uncertain how long this relic of the Cold War will continue to see use in active combat situations.